You know, everybody talks about scholarship. Nobody talks about crying alone in your room abroad. I've made videos on the roadmap, application, and cheap countries. This one is different. This is the one nobody wanted to make. Today, I'm telling you the truth about studying abroad. The loneliness, the culture shock, the money stress, the moment you want to book a flight home. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying it so you are prepared and so you know if you feel any of these, you are not broken. You are normal. Let's talk about what nobody tells you. Let's start with loneliness. You will have weeks where you eat alone, walk to class alone, Saturday nights alone. You will scroll Instagram and see your friend back home together at a party or a birthday. And you'll think, is something wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with you. Relationships take time to build when you don't have a shared history. Back home, you had years of inside jokes and trust. Abroad, you start from zero. It takes about 3 months to feel like you have real friends. Until then, the silence is loud. That's normal. Stay patient. Next, the culture shock, and I don't mean not liking the food, I mean not knowing how to pay a bill, how to see a doctor, what's a normal volume for taking in public, like whether it's rude to make eye contact or not rude not to. Everything is exhausting because nothing is automatic. Even buying groceries takes mental energy. You'll be tired in ways you can't explain. This fades slowly. Around month 4 or 5, things start to feel normal. But the first few months, it's okay to feel lost. Now, let's talk about work. You see videos saying just 20 hours a week and you're fine. Here's the reality. You'll be tired. Your grades might slip and you'll watch local students have time for internship, clubs, and social life while you are stacking shelves or washing dishes. Some days you'll go straight from class to work and back to a cold room at 11 p.m. with no energy to cook or study. Working is possible, but don't pretend it's easy. If you can save more money before you leave, do it. Every dollar you save is hours of your life you get back. And speaking of money, that budget you made, it will break. Emergency flights home, visa renewal you forgot about, a phone that dies, a laptop that breaks, a root canal. You will say no to trips, no to dinner out, no to that concert everyone is going to, and you will feel embarrassed about it. Here is what helps. Build a buffer, add 20% to every cost estimate, and know that almost every international student has eaten plain rice for a week at some point. You are not alone. Homesick doesn't hit the way you expect. It's not usually a big moment, it's small ones. A smell of rain that reminds you of home, a song you haven't heard since high school, a holiday your friends don't celebrate here. Suddenly, you are crying on FaceTime with your mom at 2 a.m. and then hanging up and pretending you're fine 5 minutes later. The worst part, it comes in waves. You'll be fine for a month and then one random Tuesday, it knocks your door. My advice, plan your call home, but don't call every day. Daily calls keep you anchored to the old life. Weekly or twice a week is better for building a new one. This one hits hard, feeling behind. Your friends back home are getting promotion, engagement, buying cars, getting married, having kids. You're sharing a bathroom with 5 strangers and eating instant noodles. It's easy to feel like you're wasting time, like you should be building a real life. You're not wasting time, you're building a different kind of life, one that won't look impressive on Instagram until years later when you realize how much you have actually grown. Comparison is the thief of joy abroad. Try to look at your own path only. This one is hard to say, but it's actually very real. Landlords you won't rent to you once they hear your accent. People switch seats on the bus. A cashier pretend not to see you. Being told go back home for speaking your language in public. It happens in every country, even the progressive ones. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying you need a plan.
Find other international students. You get it. Know where your university's counseling center is. Have someone you can call when it happens. And know this, it's not your fault. You belong there as much as anyone else. All of what I just said adds up, and abroad, you don't have your usual coping people or places. No childhood friends to call, no familiar couch to cry on, no mom's cooking, no local park you have walked 100 times. Depression abroad looks like sleeping too much, skipping class, not leaving your room, stopping calls home because you don't have the energy to pretend you're fine. Here's what you need to do before you go. Find your university's counseling center online, know how to book an appointment, save the number for a 24-hour helpline in that country, and know that it's okay to go home, really. If your mental health is in danger, studying abroad is not worth your life. There is no shame in leaving early. So after all that, why do it anyway? Because on the other side of all this hard stuff is a version of you that can handle anything. You will learn that you're stronger than you think. You will learn that you can be alone without being lonely. You will learn that discomfort is not danger, that failure is not final. You will never be the same person you were before you left. And that's actually the point. The hard parts are real, but so is the growth. If you're nervous about any of these, comment below. Tell me what scares you most. I'll make a follow-up video on exactly how to prepare for it. And if you've already studied abroad and felt any of these, comment your story. Someone out there needs to hear they're not alone. Subscribe for the honest version of study abroad advice, not the Instagram version. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.